Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
February 28, 1936. In this talk number 172, a visitor asked Maharshi, what is the difference between meditation, dhyana, and investigation, vichara? Maharshi replied, both amount to the same. Those unfit for investigation must practice meditation. In this practice, the aspirant, forgetting himself, meditates, I am Brahman or I am Shiva. Thus, he continues to hold Brahman or Shiva. This will ultimately end on the residual being as Brahman or Shiva, which he will realize to be pure being, that is, the self. He who engages in investigation, on the other hand, starts holding on to himself as, who am I? And the self becomes clear to him. The devotee then asked, will the knowledge gained by direct experience be lost afterwards? Maharshi replied, Kaivalya Navanita says it may be lost. Experience gained without rooting out all the vasanas cannot remain steady. Efforts must be made to eradicate the vasanas. Otherwise, rebirth after death takes place. Some say direct experience results from hearing from one's master. Others say it is from reflection. Yet, others say from one-pointedness and also from samadhi. Though they look different on the surface, ultimately they all mean the same. Knowledge can remain unshaken only after all the vasanas are rooted out. February 29th, 1936. A devotee asked, Lord, how can the grip of the ego be slackened? Maharshi replied, by not adding new vasanas to it. But any amount of japa has not slackened the grip, said the devotee. Then Maharshi replied, how so? It will duly slacken and vanish. March 2nd, 1936. Dr. Hand, the English gentleman, asked, are there two methods for finding the source of the ego? Maharshi said, there are no two sources and no two methods. There is only one source and only one method. The devotee then asked, what is the difference between meditation and inquiry into the self? Maharshi said, meditation is possible only if the ego be kept up. There is the ego and the object meditated upon. The method is indirect. Whereas the self is only one, seeking the ego, that is its source, the ego disappears. What is left over is the self. This method is the direct one. Then what am I to do? Asked the devotee. Maharshi said, hold on to the self. How? Asked the devotee. Then Maharshi explained, even now you are the self, but you are confounding this consciousness, that is the ego, with the absolute consciousness. This false identification is due to ignorance. Ignorance disappears along with the ego. Killing the ego is the only thing to accomplish. Realization is already there. No attempt is needed to attain realization. For it is nothing external, nothing new. It is always and everywhere, here and now. March 3rd, 1936. Mr. N. Subbarao asked, the Vishishtadvaitins say that Atma Sakshatkara, that is self-realization, is preliminary to Paramatma Sakshatkara, God realization. The difficulty seems to be considerable. Maharshi explained, what is Atma Sakshatkara? Are there two Atmas that one realizes the other? There are no two selves. First get Atma Sakshatkara, then judge what follows. The devotee then asked, the Bhagavad Gita says that there is God whose body is made up of all the souls. Maharshi answered, all are agreed on the annihilation of the ego. Let us get to the business on the agreed point. Nana Jivatva, different individualities, are mentioned by some Advaitins too. All that is immaterial to one's spiritual uplift. First realize the self and then see what lies further. End of talk 175.